What's up, everybody? Listening to the fucking Deathmatch Wrestling Chatter Podcast, Episode 7, with XBRAND's very own, The Shock. Here to shoot the shit, talk wrestling. Here we go. But all right, what's up, everybody? We're back to the show, and we have Shock on the line from New York, and we're gonna shoot the shit. Say what's up, Shock.
What up, everybody?
For sure, dude. All right, dude. Before wrestling, what was your first introduction to wrestling? How'd you get into it?
My first introduction to wrestling, I always hung out with my cousins on the weekends, and they always played some type of wrestling game. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain, SmackDown vs. Raw, and the one Saturday morning they had on the highlights from Monday Night Raw, and this was back going like in 2005, and Batista was doing the contract signing for the world title before WrestleMania 21 for Triple H because he just won the Royal Rumble. And he gave him that, the famous thumbs up, thumbs down. He fucking took out Ric Flair, ripped the shirt off, and powerbombed Triple H through the table. And we all know, Batista went to skyrocket from there. But that was my introduction to wrestling right there. As soon as I saw that, I fell in love.
So before 2004, there was nothing. There was no wrestling at all.
Well, I was familiar with The Rock and Stone Cold and all that stuff like that. Kurt Angle, everyone knew stuff like that. My dad kind of was into it and showed me a little stuff like that, but I didn't really get too interested until 2004, 2005.
Oh, wow. And video games, huh?
Yeah, video games.
That's the first, I think. All right.
Yeah, for my cousins playing Here Comes the Pain, seeing Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle. They called him Kurt Angel back in the day. I'm like, no, that's not how you say that. That's Kurt Angle.
Was this GameCube or PS2?
PS2.
Okay, so, all right, 2005. Cool. And then after that, did you become like a wrestling fan or? Yeah,
I tried to, anytime I was home from school or just home chilling, I would try and find it on TV, and that's when I found, your Monday Night Raw is on at 9 o'clock, and Thursday, at the time, SmackDown was on at Thursdays at 8.
I see. Okay, and then what made you lead to becoming a wrestler? Did you go training, or what year was this?
Yeah, so back in, we're talking like 2010. I was only like 16, 17. I had lied about my age to get into a training school. And of course, anybody that wants money, they were called Pier 6 Wrestling, P6W. Mm-hmm. And they're no longer around today. I think now they're called Buffalo Championship Wrestling or the Buffalo Wrestling Academy, whatever that school is called now. But I would just pay them the monthly fee of $20, and they would show me how to hit the ropes and bump, and everything else I picked up just from watching people.
Oh, I see. So you're an observer, and then you learn. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a photocopy machine. I see something, and I'm like, oh, I can do that, and then I can do exactly how they do it, if not better.
And during training, were you going to any local shows or WWF, whatever?
Besides when the WWE guys would come into town, the local shows that we have up here, the biggest company is called ESW, Empire State Wrestling. Okay. And I got OSPW. They were called Old School Pro Wrestling, and a couple of guys that were famous up there were like Tiger Smith, Quiet Riot, bunch of guys like that. ESW, they had Kevin Bennett, Kevin Blackwood, bunch of guys that are famous up there now. They've all been on that AEW Dark in the past couple of years.
And this is 2010, you said?
Well, this is going up like more towards 2019, just shit like that as I started to progress.
Okay, so we're at 2019, pre-COVID right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so after training, how long did you train for? Did you get in the ring right away? How long did it take you?
So from about 2010 to 2012, they didn't let me get in the ring until about 2012, and then anytime after that, I would just do ring crew, setup, takedown, referee. Nice. I would do battle royals in a mask, tag team matches, or like they would have me do they would let me do like a match with my buddies as people were coming in. You know what I mean? Stupid shit like that. And I would nothing ever I would make a big payday off of, but just experience stuff like that.
Do you agree that before you become a wrestler, I think people should ref a couple matches just to get the feel?
Yeah, for sure, because you got to know the ins and outs. A ref's a very essential part of a wrestling match.
I know, right? They get like they're so underrated. I'm like, what the fuck? That's not cool.
Yeah, a lot of people forget that. Like you see a lot of pros that they forget to utilize the ref, and the ref, you got to talk to the ref because the ref will talk to you. You know what I mean?
And they're there to save your ass too. They're on your side.
Yes.
So.
Oh yeah, they are. They're there to remind you and tell you what you need to do, and obviously check on you if you took a nasty spill. They're very essential.
Unless you get a fucking cut, you gotta wrap your ass up.
That's right. I've had a few. I'd say back in April when I got sliced up, I had a ref try and stop me, but I kept going, and he tried to wrap me up.
We'll get to that right now in a bit. So a whole year you didn't wrestle. They took a while. Pretty much.
Yeah, it took a while. It's honestly because
That's
New York.
Good,
it sucks to say New York it's a gatekeeping state. Like unless you're kissing somebody's ass or you're like best friends with somebody, they don't really do anything for you up here. You know what I mean? So like I around like 2017, 2018, I started to like branch out to different states.
And New York is a bitch, man. They're so fucking wimpy. They don't like death matches. They'll call the cops on you and shit.
Oh yeah, yep, for sure. I mean, you can do them, but you got to be very, very quiet about it.
Yeah, underground as fuck. All right. So in 2019, what was your first match and how'd that go?
In 2019, I was being trained by, well, he's no longer with us anymore. God rest his soul. His name's Anthony Nicometti. His working name was Anthony Gaines. I don't know if you remember, he was the guy that, I forget what year. I think this is back in 2015. Ace Romero pounced him at a local show. He pounced him out of the ring like 16 rows deep at a local show and wiped out that whole crowd. But Anthony Nicometti was training me, and I was steadily working him and a couple of the other guys. They work with ESW now. One's name's Matt McCoy, Darren Crow. Darren Crow works with I forget his tag team name, but he's tag teams with guys like Matic and Siren Rain. Vince Valor, stuff like that. All those guys I worked the whole loop with, and really just when COVID hit, it was a really shitty time because I really couldn't do anything much after that besides just like in-house local shows in front of just like how WWE was doing, just tapings. You know what I mean? That's what everyone was doing at that time, though.
And what's it called? Before XBRAND, how many matches do you think you've done in the Indies?
Wow. So. Probably a total.
Backyard twos count.
Shit. Oh man, if we're going there, then
yep.
That's a lot. If we're going there, then oh man.
Give me a number.
Probably a man. You want to know total matches? Probably.
Yeah.
Since 2010 to now. Oh man. Come
on, you should know.
I don't. I mean, I wrestled from then. I mean, even backyard. I tried to wrestle every week. So I don't know. It's at least 1,000 by now. At least.
That's a lot.
Yeah, at least it's got to be because at least since then I was literally wrestling. Even like you said, if backyard and underground count too, then I was wrestling every single week. Every Sunday I was doing something. I was traveling, training, doing something. You know what I mean?
But again, this is underground, so no one knows what the fuck the names are.
Well, that too. Yeah.
So
but pro. Yeah. If you want to do pro matches, probably a total of like I don't know, probably anywhere from 40 to 50 total pro matches.
It's good.
Yeah.
Cool, man. And then let's talk about your style, because I notice you're a high flyer guy.
Yeah. I like to. I don't know. I like to change it up a little bit. I'm not exactly a small guy, but I'm not a bigger guy. I'm a little heavier set.
Oh yeah.
And I like to. Some guys that inspired me as I started to follow, get into more wrestling and find indie wrestling. Samoa Joe, Kevin Steen, guys like that. I saw how big dudes like that could move and fly, and I'm like, yo, they're big like me. They got a gut like me. I could fucking move like them. I can do that shit too. And I try to exactly like Samoa Joe. I try to do anything that he does. I like his style, the big kicks, the jumps, the roundhouses, everything.
I like the way you said Kevin Steen, not Kevin Owens.
Yeah, well, because that's how I discovered him. Kevin Steen back in 2010 was when I discovered him.
I saw,
and he was feuding with Generico then.
Yes, I saw many of them times at PWG in 2003.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, that's when he was probably still small Kevin Steen.
Yeah, he was skinny too. He wasn't big as WWF.
Yeah.
So very cool. All right, you know your shit. Cool, man.
Hell yeah, man.
And your high flyer stuff, like I said about style, what's your style though? Like, are you a brawler, or you're a luchador kind of guy, or you're a mix, hybrid?
Yeah, kind of like a hybrid. I like to think of myself as I can do a little bit of everything. I can whoever you put me up against, I can copy their style. I can do better than them. I can wrestle a good wrestling match. When it comes to collar and elbow, wrist locks, everything like that. I can do a nice death match style. I like to I integrate high flying in a little bit everything that I do. The kicks, and kind of like how Shawn Michaels was back in the '90s, in the late '90s, before he took a shit on everyone. But everyone considered Shawn Michaels is a luchador style, but he's not really doing the luchador style. He's that's kind of how I like to do it.
And do you agree that like you said, you were growing up WWF, right? Batista, all that crap.
Yeah.
And that's just regular wrestling. But I guess you wanted to get more exposure, so you chose death, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because I have friends that are, they do better off in deathmatch than they do in they get more bookings, and I'm like, fuck it, if they can do it, I can do it.
There you go. You just gotta be careful, because you don't want to fucking light tube on your fucking neck and shit.
Yeah.
Like, there's always little, like, before you do a match, just be cautious. It's scary.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. And I'm wearing the skimpiest clothes. I wear, I dress like Kevin Steen. You know what I mean? I wear the kick pads and the shorts and the rip-off tee. Yeah.
There you go. Cool. And you're based in New York. You ever wrestled anywhere far? Where's the farthest you ever wrestled?
Texas.
That's right. We'll talk about that in a bit. Cool, man. So, training, you did a couple matches, and then we're at 2026 right now, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Okay. Up until XBRAND. XBRAND got me in there. Justin he saw a couple of my things that I did, a couple of my underground things, and
nice.
He was liking my things on Instagram from his XBRAND posts, or from the XBRAND stuff. So I messaged him. I was like, hey, what are the odds I can get on one of your shows? He's like, well, it's deathmatch. Can you do that? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, then I'll book you in April. And that was anywhere from I think February of last year to April, and he booked me on their 420 show, and that's when I got a big exposure then.
This was 2025?
Yeah.
Oh, you remember the show? Let's go by the XBRAND shows right now.
So that XBRAND show, what was that show called? Oh man, it was on.
The basement.
Yeah, it was one of the basement shows, because the first couple matches I did for him was a basement show.
You fought hardcore?
I forget it was hardcore, that first match.
Okay, that's the one you got cut up.
Yeah, that nasty scar that took like 30-something stitches.
Fuck, that was your first. That was your first time ever getting cut like that, huh?
Yeah, I've done a couple death matches before that, like thumbtacks, light tubes, whatever, but nothing major like that. That was insane.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I didn't know who you were. I was like, who's this motherfucker? And then and then you got cut, and I was like, fuck, this fool's still wrestling. He's not.
Yeah, they were trying to stop me.
Yeah, he's not even stopping. I'm like, oh, this fool's tough.
Oh yeah, dude. Because I saw that shit. I'm like, well, what the fuck are we gonna do now? I can't stop, bro. There's a crowd. There's a live camera. I can't stop. Fuck that. And that's how I was trained too. The show's got to go on, even if you're fucking hurt. Keep going as best as you can. I can't tell you how many times I've blown out my knee, and I got to keep doing a match or try and get to a finish as quick as I can. You just don't quit. You know what I mean?
Yo, you just gotta fucking power through, huh?
Hell yeah.
Fuck. That's even more toughness, dude. Fuck yeah. What's your second match after that?
After that, on XBRAND, I worked Stefan Havoc, and that was another basement show, and that was a gnarly one too. He gashed me with a little light tube on my hairline, and I was bleeding pretty good on that one, but that one wasn't too major. No, not as bad as obviously the first one, but yeah.
And Stefan Havoc's your homie, right? He told me yesterday that you guys like connected in New York and kind of got him going again.
Hell yeah, he was a retired guy, and he wasn't really doing anything. And
right.
I started like a little underground thing, and he's like, well, he wanted to start a little underground thing, I should say. And he asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. I was like, hell yeah, dude. And I found out that the dude is a phenomenal wrestler. He can, as far as graphic editing goes and graphic design, the dude's a phenomenal graphic designer. He half of my gear alone that you see designs on, he designs it for me. So I always got to give him credit for that.
Nice.
Yeah, and he's my homie for life. Yeah, almost every show I've been on since at least 2021 or 2022, he's been on with me.
I always say that too. Like everyone should like help each other, because if you're doing solo, you're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it can't be selfish. Even though this business is toxic, you gotta have homies at least.
No, yeah, and one of my closest friends in all this is I don't know, you probably know him now because he's down in Texas. Mickey Vargas, he's making a big name for himself over there, and he's like my little brother. Him and I trained him a little bit when my homie passed. Mickey asked me, he's like, "Yo, can you show me what you know and just train me whatever," and I showed him what I could do and what I knew, and it got to the point where he was at the same position as me. There's no room to get booked because it's so fucking crowded here in New York. You don't want to kiss no ass, so he found Texas was a good hotspot, and he moved down there. And look at him now. Every single week, almost every single day, the kid's training, wrestling, doing something.
The new breed of deathmatch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I honestly could not be any more proud of that kid. He branched out and he's doing his thing. He makes me, I'm envious. And I want to do what he's doing. I want to go to Texas. You know what I mean? But I can't. I got too many things going on here.
That's cool, man. So you're not just a wrestler. You're also a teacher.
Yeah, kind of in a way, yeah. But he's really the only person because he's the only one that really asked me. He's like, hey, before these shows, because we had a ring and shit like that, and we had our own little spot. And he would ask me, can you, work cardio with me? Can you teach me how to do this? And you can teach me how to, run over this move and practice this move. Even promos, there'd be late nights where we would sit at his house and we would drink and we would, cut promos on just most random things and hone our crafts like that.
Nice. All right, and then your third match was.
Third match, so my third match in 2025 was another death match. I wrestled Stretch in Painted Red Wrestling in Detroit, Michigan.
No way, you fought Alex Stretch?
Yep, Alex Stretch. It was supposed to be Hardcore in Stretch, but Hardcore was injured, so I was his stand-in, and that's when Hardcore started managing me at that point.
Dude, fucking Stretch is no joke.
Oh yeah, he's an amazing worker, and I don't like to toot my own horn because I like to think I'm just another guy that can work whatever. He's told me a bunch of times that after seeing me wrestle and working with me, he wants to work with me again and would work with me a million more times, and I kept him safe and he kept me safe, and it was fun. It was probably one of the funnest matches and probably best matches I had in a long time. Yeah,
he got on my radar because he did a lot of H2O and then he did XBRAND, and I'm like, all right, he's with me then, he's cool.
Yeah, he's gnarly. He's a good dude too. I like him. He's probably like to consider him a friend. Hopefully, he thinks the same thing.
Yeah, I like how randomly goes woo woo.
Yeah, that's hell
yeah. That's funny. Okay, and then your fourth.
After that was I did the Wicked 13 show with XBRAND in. Yeah, I did that one. And I wrestled. Yep, the four-way. It was at that time, Roman 5-0 was the XBRAND world champ, and it was me, Roman, Jesse Daniels, and Nico Gray, and that's when I did my very first big dive spot off the roof.
That was your first dive?
Yeah. I've swanton has been my thing before. What's a swanton off a top rope? But I'm like, but they're like, we need a big spot. If nobody does it, who's gonna do it? And they were talking about it all day before the show. Who's gonna do it? And I had a couple, libations. So I had the liquid courage going. So I'm like, fuck it, I can do it. Just work to the spot over, and here we go. Sure than shit, that's what we did.
I think it was like a perfect jump too.
Yeah, I said, fuck it. If you can see the footage, I climb right up. They're trying to yell at people, hold the ladder. At that point, I was already at the top of the roof. At that point, I looked out the crowd. I saw where I was supposed to go. I did a little salute, and I full send went for it.
Fuck yeah. Give us your experience working that show, because I think that show could have been like a nominator or got an award, but it didn't, sadly. But
it should.
Yeah,
that show had so many legends on it.
Give me a break.
Yeah, Nick, that alone. Nick Gage, Mickey Knuckles,
Ryan.
Bobby Bev, Eric Ryan, Angel Metro. You had a million. Jimmy Metro. I'm sorry, not Jimmy Metro. Jimmy Controversy.
Yep.
Jimmy. Dude, just everyone was on that show. So many people. It was amazing. Yeah, Anthrax was on that show. Jimmy Lloyd was on that show.
Yep.
There was so many people on that show. So, and I got to get a picture with every single one of them.
There you go.
Meet every single one of them.
So that show was probably like your top shows ever. Easy to be part of.
And it was. I was starstruck. I got to see a lot of people.
I liked how they put you guys right in the middle, like, because it's like the deathmatch TLD, but they're like, all right, now let's do a showcase with you guys.
Yeah.
And I think that was perfect, and I think that match was like the highlight of that show, in my opinion, too.
I try to be, for lack of a better term, the highlight of the night. I like to try and be the best match of the night, or do something that people are going to remember. At least if they're going to see something better than me, I want to see something they're going to remember.
And you go watch that shit replay on IWTV, people. All right.
Hell yeah.
And your 5th match was?
Shit. What was that one after that? That was June.
That was August.
Oh no, was that August?
Yeah.
Oh, that was August. Oh no, okay, so yeah, that was August. Okay.
Was it a carnival?
Was that? No.
Before that, there's like one more, I think.
I'm trying to think. Sorry, it's just okay. I smoke a lot.
Yeah. We're almost.
I want to say. So I want to say. Well, I'm trying to think. That was in August, but I think that was in somewhere. But the way we filmed it, that was like somewhere end of July or somewhere in the middle of July. I forget what that was. And then I worked.
No ring, maybe.
I did. Yeah, I did. I did another basement show against Louis Jr.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and not too many people. Not too many people see that one because that one's for free. Like, I think you can catch that one on YouTube for free right now. I don't know if that one's on IWTV right now, but yeah, I did that was the main event of that show, and then that's when no winner came at that one. They had their little crew jump me, and they called out Anthrax at that time.
Oh, that's right, a little storyline going on.
Yeah.
Good. And then it was the carnival one, right?
Yeah. After that, I believe it was, I may be getting the two mixed up, one or the other. I went back to Detroit, and then it was the carnival, or one before the other. I forget which one was which.
I don't think XBRAND never been in Detroit. They always stay in there.
No. I meant like for another Painted Red show.
Okay,
that's when I went back. I went back to Detroit, and I worked for that one. I was tag team partners with Jimmy Controversy.
That's right.
And I worked a tag team match against Big Jake and Gigi Jacobs.
Right. What do you think about that? With you like doing tag teams?
Yeah, tag teams. Honestly, so when I was training when I was doing my training with Anthony Nicometti or Anthony Gaines back in 2021, I was learning a lot of tag team stuff, and I learned a lot about working the heat and falsies and the hot tag and everything like that. So tag team wrestling takes double the effort, and I really enjoy that. Do
you agree that tag team wrestling, in order to be a tag team, you gotta like do combo moves and you gotta do promos together? Like,
yeah,
right.
I worked. I was in a. I'm probably not supposed to be saying this, but I was in a little tag team on the underground with Darren Crow before he got famous, and him and I, we called ourselves the best effing friends, and we called ourselves that because we consider ourselves better than anybody. We were the best tag team around, and we were some of the best. We had some of the best combo moves going ever.
Nice. And dude, I love fucking combo moves. That shit looks fucking sick.
We got our finisher from Penta and Phoenix, the package pile driver double stomp, and that was our finisher. And when whenever we were on shows doing that, people would lose their shit seeing that move.
Dude, I think there should be more tag team deathmatch. Just imagine with the light tubes and do combo moves.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, sadly that there's not a lot of that, but hopefully I've been marching with that idea.
Yeah, I would love to do tag team death matches. That not only lightens the workload, but it makes everything twice as better. And
you already said you did a controversy, huh, with Shock?
Yeah, Jimmy Controversy. It was me and Jimmy Controversy against Gigi Jacobs and Big Jake back in Detroit in PWR. And that was a good match. It was a nice bloody match. Gigi smacked me so hard in the head with a cherry pie faced me. It split my eyebrow open, and I was leaking.
Ouch. Would you ever want to do a tag team combo with Havoc? Shock and Havoc. I don't know.
I could see that. I could get down with that. We got a similar style. Because
your last name's too, Shock and Havoc. There you go. Boom.
Oh yeah.
And you guys are almost like the same length of.
Well, we try to roll together as far as everything goes with the New York guys.
Exactly. All right, and then your 6th match, final of the year was the Houston one.
Yeah, that would have been. Did I do? I'm trying to think if I did. Yeah, that would have been Houston in November. Yeah, because that was October. Well, after the tag team match was the Carnival. That did that fatal 4-way, where the winner got to face whoever their going viral champion was at the time. Havoc won that match, but that was another one. I did the big flip off the roof into the ring on that one. And then after that was was Texas, and I worked a couple days that weekend. On Friday when was it Friday? Friday I worked a show with Mickey Vargas. I forget. I forget it was USWX. I could be calling it wrong. I forget what they're called, and forgive me because they gave me an opportunity that I probably shouldn't have gotten, but it was because of Mickey. But I worked Mickey in it wasn't a death match or anything, but it was a nice little singles match and nice little crowd turnout for the local show. And we worked the crowd, got to work around the crowd, got to work the kids and stuff like that. That was a fun show. And then Saturday was the big one, the big. Oh, and well, after that show, we drove back up to the club and we got to see all the big guys do their show for Loco and XBRAND. That was Friday night, and I met Necro and all the guys like that. I met Solo, not Solo. I'm sorry. I met Zilla, and I met a bunch of people that night. That was amazing. Then Saturday was the big multi-man match that we did, and that was amazing. I believe we were the first match because they did an SVN show before us. We were the first match to open up our show, and man, I don't mean to talk no shit. Exactly. I don't mean to talk no shit, but the crowd, it was a snooze fest. It was a snooze fest.
SFN had nobody in the crowd. I was like, what the fuck?
You had some big names on the SVN show before us, and that shit was a snooze fest. Like I hey, don't fucking crucify me for saying it, but a lot of people came up to me after our match. A lot of people came up to me personally and the guys, and they told all 6 of us, they're like, yo, the shit that you guys were doing, that flip, that spot, this and that, the fucking
nonstop action.
They're like, yo, you guys had. If no match were to be after that, you guys are match of the night, like easily.
Oh, nice. See?
Yeah. I heard that from so many people, and I don't want to name names where I heard it from because I don't want to piss people off because say there were big names on that SVN show, but just from my ears to God or whatever the fuck the saying is, it's that people told me that our match was the highlight of anything that the SVN guys did.
And not to toot your own horn, but remember, it's competition. You gotta go hard. You guys had a show before.
Exactly.
What the fuck? We talking
Hell
about?
yeah, man. Yeah. And and I was a little, and every time I do one of those little flips, I get a little psyched out. You know what I mean? There's another big flip show. I do. I got to think about it because I got a son at home, and I got to think about that. I don't want to be fucking crippled. Not being able to play catch with my son or some stupid shit like that.
They better catch your ass, right? Shit.
Yeah. Well, they learned after the 3rd time. They learned.
Fuck. Tell the people how the travel. It was a bitch, huh?
Yeah, that was so. It was both fun and it was a bitch. So it was like a 3 or 4 day travel. Honestly, not too bad, but in essence, I slept most of the time, and when I didn't sleep, I was lit. So I tried to make it fun and tried to keep it fun for everybody. We made a stop at a lot of places I've never been to before, a lot of states I've never been through before.
Nice.
Like Mississippi, Missouri, Tennessee, Louisiana, all those states like that. I'd never been through any of those states. But granted, we were only, hitting up gas stations, restaurants in those states, but still, I'd never been in those states. I'd never seen, those types of people experience that type of culture or anything like that. And that was definitely an experience.
Dude, I think that's the best, bro. Like going with the XBRAND team, I go, we're gonna do it, man. Let's go.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 wrestlers, ring crew, Justin and his wife. It was there was like 10 of us total. And
everyone was switching seats on to drive and all that. They can turn.
Couple people were they were switching in and out of driving, but I sat in the back. I kept my back seat held down because that back seat had the most space. There was no. I sat back there with like one other person the entire trip there and back.
Yeah, that's funny. That reminds me of like skateboarding trips. Like skateboarders, they used to go into like trips. All right, I get the back seat.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Same shit. All right. And then you drove back all the way up too, huh? After that.
Yep, drove. So so the New York guys, we drove to Delaware.
How many hours is that together? 18.
All together was like, I think it was like 22 hours or something like that. Total drive.
It was worth it though.
Yeah, it was worth it. Totally worth it. But yeah, we drove when we there and back. So we drove. New York guys drove to Delaware to meet up with the XBRAND guys, and then we got the van, the van and the XBRAND guys in Delaware, and drove from Delaware all the way down to Texas, and then vice versa from Texas to Delaware, and then Delaware back to New York.
How did it feel to work with the local wrestling with Jaime and Extreme, all those guys?
That was definitely an experience. I had only just, as soon as the match was announced, I had only just heard about. I knew about Primo and obviously a couple of the other guys.
Right.
But Nino, I didn't know too much about him, and Marty Two-Fly, I didn't know too much about him. But Mickey Vargas told me about them, and he's like, "Bro, these dudes are real deal. Like they're fucking, Hell yeah, he's like, they're fucking heavy hitters too. I was like, yo, fucking let's go, dude. Like I want it all. I want all the fucking smoke.
Yeah, I think you guys are like the new deathmatch breed because you guys are new. And we need new phrases big time.
I don't listen. I love them. I love the Pillars and all that shit like that. But they're in a breed of their own. Don't compare me with them. Like they're in a whole fucking. They're on a whole new level, a whole different level than what I'm on. And I would like to be on that same level. You know what I mean?
They're not even on my list of peelers. And for the Houston show, you also had you went to the first show too, on the No Ring one, but
Yeah, we showed up just as that one was getting, just as that one was like right in the middle of that. Me and Mickey Vargas showed up. We got dropped off because the show we did was like 2 hours away, and we just got to the show and met with everybody. Said what's up to everybody. You know what I mean? Got lit with everybody, and it was a fun time.
For sure.
We got to hang out with Necro Butcher and Mickey Knuckles most of that show. That was a fun show.
Yeah, Necro's always like the best. He's a lot of information in that head.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I got to sit with him and talk with him and drink with him. That was definitely that was an experience.
Remember,
like no other.
Like you said, Samoa Joe, he fought him like the best fighter.
I definitely asked him about that. I even asked him if he wanted to be my friend. He told me no because he has too many young friends.
Yeah, he's a jokester.
Yeah.
Before we talk about your upcoming match, let's talk about your name. Where'd you get your name from?
So my last name, it's kind of like a play on words. My last name it's pronounced Shock. So if you say it with like a Boston accent, oh look, I got shocked. This is Shock. So I like the Shock. Play on words.
Okay.
So and the things I can do in the ring, you don't really expect somebody like me to do. So.
Okay.
It's a shock. Yeah.
And that name is comes from where, like Latin, or where's that coming from?
No. Just like a shock. Like you get shocked by everything you see that I do. It's like a play on words.
I've never seen that last name before. That's why I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Well, so my name SCHALK. That last name, I'm not entirely sure. Like, so it could the last name, if it's a German last name, if it's a Hungarian last name, I'm not entirely sure because it's a mixture. That's what I'm a mixture of with everything else. Besides just the Filipino and Hispanic and everything else that I'm mixed with. And
when you tell the ring announcer, what do you tell him? Like, my name's Shock? That's me, Shock? Yeah, Shock, Jeff Shock, Shocky, whatever you feel like calling me, whatever sounds good. Okay, interesting. And you do use like a thunderbolt or something or anything? A symbol? Or not really?
I mean, yeah.
You should just say, makes it more, graphic designy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, right.
Right, just a little tip. All right.
So I use like a lightning bolt, or like I try to like integrate the letters of my name, like try to make it look like thunder or lightning in the background or whatever. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Yeah.
Just put a lightning bolt between your letters and shit with the O and the C.
Yes, I try. I try. Like sometimes I try. Like they look good. Sometimes they don't look good. It's weird. Like a lot of designs that I like to do. So if you catch a lot of my shirts that I have on my PWT's website, a lot of designs I get they kind of like are comparable to like not exactly Eddie Guerrero's, but like, hey, that kind of looks like an Eddie Guerrero design. Like I have a shirt that says "Shock to win" instead of "Cheat to win." You know what I mean? So that's kind of like my thing. I like, but the letters, they look like they're static letters. You know what I mean? So sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. So I like to be careful with what I use, and a lot of it it's just my name looks good as a nice little design.
Cool, man. All right, let's talk about your upcoming match at this Saturday it's called Caved In. XBRAND presents, and you have a title shot versus Mr. Anthrax.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's probably honestly. I mean, as prepared as I can be. I always say that every time I wrestle, it seems like XBRAND gives me a bigger and bigger opportunity. So every match is bigger than the last, and it's almost like John Cena used to say, "You're only as good as your next match." So my last one was good, but my next one's going to be even better, and it's going to be one that a lot of people I know are going to be talking about for sure.
Yeah, this one got my attention. I was like, "What the fuck versus Anthrax? Let's go!"
Yeah, it's my second world title match through XBRAND. Thank you, Justin, again.
Nice.
But Yeah, we're definitely. I'm gonna live up to my name. You're gonna kind of see some shocking things there.
Are you the main event or co? What do you think?
Yeah, so we were supposed to co, but some things got switched around. I do believe right now we are officially the main event.
Nice. I think is that your first main event, XBRAND?
Yeah, first XBRAND main event. Yep.
Title shot. Nice. And it's a no ring, huh? There's no ring to this one.
Yeah, it'll be a no ring show. It's gonna be all in like a fucking 50 feet underground, actual like.
I wish I could see this in a ring, but it is what it is.
I'll get him in a ring. When I get him in a ring too, it'll be probably better than this one. But a lot of people I want to get in a ring.
I like the no rings, the basement. That's neat, but come on, we need some rings shit. Because you're limiting your ability.
Yeah, in 2026, I'm trying to get away from those no ring shows.
Maybe once in a while, I know, but there's too many of them.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? Like if for no ring show, don't get me wrong, no ring shows are fun. I like to have the fun, but like you said, it limits your abilities. I can definitely do a lot more in a ring than I could in a no ring.
Yeah, there's 0 Irish whips.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Shit. All right, dude. I think that's about it with the wrestling. What's your goals in your 2026?
So 2026, I mean, you know, you see everybody posts, everybody's been posting, you know, their lists who they want to wrestle in 2026. Let's talk about Vegas.
My bad.
Oh yeah, Vegas too. So yeah, Vegas. That's a Mania weekend. Yeah, I honestly I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I know I'm gonna be there. That's gonna be another big one for me.
Fuck yeah, and it's an early show at 4 p.m. at the dive bar. So.
Hell yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, and
I'll do it all. Maybe I'll dive right off the bar. Well, who knows? I'll flip off the bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you guys work that show because I'm from LA and Nevada's easy. I've been there like 25 times.
Oh, for sure, dude. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, don't worry. And that bar, like mostly all the companies like Deathmatch, they can't find anywhere else, so they go there. It's a small bar and there's a ring, and like I'm gonna like tell you guys like go crazy, like make XBRAND stand out besides all these companies.
Oh, dude, I got it. I got it, dude. You don't gotta tell me twice. Find me something I could jump off. That's all I gotta say.
Like so bad they ban your ass.
Oh yeah, word for sure. Hey, you're not supposed to jump off that chandelier. Oh fuck you, I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, jump off the bar, stand, whatever. Get the fuck. All right, dude, and you have any merch or any links that people could contact you, book you? Or...
Yeah, so if you go on my Instagram, right there, I got the Pro Wrestling Tees joint right there. I just uploaded a newer shirt, a newer design shirt because I just lost one of my shirts, one of my favorite shirts, and I had it forever. So I'm like, you know what, I could use a new design. So I'm waiting on that one to come in. But I put the design up on Pro Wrestling Tees right now. It's kind of the same thing. Like Eddie Guerrero's used to say, "I'm your Poppy." Mine says, "I'm your Shocky."
There you go.
Hell yeah.
And then all your matches that we discussed, you can watch them on IWTV, right?
Yes, sir. IWTV, and I'm sure if you search up my name with XBRAND somewhere on YouTube, you can find something on there. Nice.
And I believe you're on cagematch.com too, but they haven't like put your name, but your name's there, so that's kind of good.
What?
Yeah.
No shit. I did not know that. No, I didn't know that. I know I'm on Title Match, but I didn't know I was on Cage Match. That's cool.
You're on Cage Match, but like Stefan, like your name isn't like you can't click it to see your stats. It just says it.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. That's awesome.
At least you're on there.
Hell yeah.
You know
Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
On there with some legends.
Yeah, I get nosy. I fucking go scamming through I find anything I can find.
Shit, I do too, but I didn't know it was that deep. Damn, good for you, man. Hell yeah, thank you. I didn't even know that.
Yep. And also at this show, Caved In, Veronica Kane's gonna interview Hardcore for episode 2. She's Hardcore, right?
Yeah, the story of her scars. Gonna ask him how each and every one of his scars is gnarly scars that he got. Yeah. I'd like to be on that show, but I don't have too many gnarly scars. I just got that one on my arm.
Maybe when you get 40 range, you get older.
Yeah, right. A couple more on my back, I'll be all right.
Yeah, dude. Well, I think we nailed everything, and I want to say thank you again, and wish you luck, and hopefully you don't die this Saturday. And
yeah, dude. Thank you.
You have a good one, bro.
Thanks, bro. You too. Thank you.
Thank you very much, bro. I'll see you later.
Later.
Later.